Alright, so today I decided to do some coding videos instead of just Minecraft. I'm going to start doing some coding like Batch and Java, HTML, etc. So let's get into it. So there's different types of coding, and one of the softwares you can use to code is Notepad++. It's a very open software. There's a bunch of different languages here. We have ASP, I don't know what that is. We have C. Uh, let's see, you can use it for Java and JavaScript, PHP, Python, properties, VB, others, and shell. It's a bunch of different things here. We're actually going to focus on Batch. So, actually, what is coding? So, coding is quote unquote text that the computer can read, turn into a simpler language, and then turn that into binary, which starts with 1 and zeros. So, let's actually start out with binary. So, binary is completely 1 and 0. That's all it is. And it's set up kind of like this. So you have a bunch of different bits and bytes. So it's bytes, and so many bytes make up a bit, I think. Oh no, bits make up bytes. So many bits, bytes, whatever I said. Anyway, you start out with different values. So you have 0, 1, 2, 4, 8. That's a bad 8. And then goes 16, and it's like exponential onward. I think that goes up to like 128 or something. And then from there you make numbers, and the computer is then able to interpret this into other things. So in binary, 1 is yes and 0 is no. So it's basically like on and off. So let's say we want the number 10. So you would have 0, 1, no, you'd have 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. So that's 10 in binary. 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, as far as I can tell. So what this means is from that you can get more complicated, like batch. So like we always start a batch file off with this, and that just basically means when you open command, this is basically command prompt, where it's just doing it for us. And when you open command prompt, you'll see like C colon slash and then like a greater than less than thing. And basically that means like your directory. So that turns that off, and it turns off feedback. So it only will display what we want it to. So we have @echo off. We can title it like up here. This, you can set the title. So I'll just make this YouTube. And so Notepad++ color codes things. So it color coded this, but that's just going to show up as exclamation points. It doesn't mean, normally it means like absolute, like math, I think. But see, like it color codes this and it color codes title. So you'll get used to it. And it says color, and you can change the color. 0, it's like background color, text color. So this basically means black background, and then light green writing. There's also 2, I believe, is dark green, but we're going to use light green. And then let's clear the screen. CLS, that's clear in batch. And then I like dividers in my code. Now, in batch, you always want to have comments. Like when you're coding, comments, I believe // No. I don't know what comment is in batch. Maybe it's this? No. Alright, I don't know what that is, what comments are. But you want to put comments in your code. And when we do Java, we'll be using that a lot. So I always start off with a class. So this is basically like a checkpoint. If you ever play video games, that's a checkpoint. So we can go back to it, we can reference it, and use it to repeat code. So let's make simple hello world. Whenever you learn a coding language, you learn hello world first. That's what you learn. So let's start out with first, hello world. So first, let's say hello. So echo, that's how you put text or a character on screen. So that character is this, any of that, or any of these. It's just a character, okay? So anything you put after this will appear on that line in the screen. So let's echo hello, exclamation point. And we'll just, now a batch file will run through and it won't give you a chance to read unless you put a pause or a set value, unless it's doing something else in the way. So let's pause this. So we'll do echo period, which is a blank line, and then we'll just do pause. So let's save this. Save it to the desktop as YouTube. And it already selects batch, because that's what I use this for, is batch. So you can scroll down, select batch, or you can click all types and type .bat. Okay, so let's just save that. Leave it open and just minimize that. Here we have our YouTube. It says hello. Press any key, continue. That will show up every time you say pause. Now, you can change that by doing greater than, and then type null. We'll save that, and that basically means don't give an output for that line. So now when we open it, just says hello. And when we press enter, it closes, because that's the end of the line of the code. Now we could do echo how are you? Question mark. We'll do a blank line. Now we want to ask the user, or the person who's using our program, for feedback. We want to know how are you? So you do set, and then you choose a variable. So a variable is something you can add, subtract, set to. It's just a word that stands for something that you assigned it. So let's have it be feel, like how you feel, equals, and then we'll do a colon. So after the equal sign, it's what it's going to display, and then, so I'll show you. So if we do colon space, that'll show up, and then whatever they type after that is what we'll set field to. So then, oh, and I messed up. We actually need /p here. That means we're asking the user, so it'll give the person a chance to put it in. If we put a, it'll set field to colon, because that's the machine doing it, like autonomous or something, I guess. And this is like the user. So that's how that works. Let me drop down again. We're going to echo. Then we'll just echo dot echo percent feel percent. So this will say how we were feeling. Alright, so percent, the feel in percents means whatever feel is, display. Otherwise it would just say feel. And so we'll echo and pause. No. So let me go back. Hello. How are you? I'm great. And then it just says I'm great. So you can see it had colon, space, and then I could type. And then it said I'm great afterwards. It didn't show the colon. So that's how that works. And so we can make this more in depth by getting rid of all that. We can do if statements. Now, if statements allow you to test for something. So if it is true, or you could do if it is false. That's an if not, but we're going to do an if true. And you can do if feel equal, which is comparison, to if it's equal to good. So if feel is equal to good, I think I did this wrong. If, there we go, percent feel percent is equal to good. You don't need the parentheses yet. Then inside the parentheses, that's where you put your code. So if it's good, then echo, great, I'm good too. And then we'll leave a space and pause. And then if percent feel percent equal bad, echo, aw, I'm so sorry. And so what this should do is, otherwise let's have it go back to top. So this is what I was talking about earlier, is you can have it go back to a point. So we have go to top, that means go back to this point, top. So like in Notepad++, when you click a word, it'll highlight all instances of that word. So if I double click if, double click feel, see feel. So if I double click top, top and top, so it'll come down. If this is false and this is false, go back to top. So minimize. Actually, let's make this smaller. There you go. So hello, how are you? I'm bad. I'm so sorry. And then it went back to top. So I don't like this. So let's actually, right before this, let's put CLS. So it clears the screen first when it goes back, which means when I go in here, hello, how are you? I'm bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hello. So it clears the screen, then puts hello again. So it looks like it didn't change, it's just really fast. If I put good, G-O-O-D, great, I'm good too. It goes back to hello. Back. There. And so that's if statements. I think that's good for this video. It's kind of a quick introduction to code. It's kind of quick. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.